Hey, so I'm going to give a little tour of what we've been doing on me and my friend Sierra and Ivan's realm. Um, Not to throw Ivan under the bus, but he hasn't been on in months, except for he was on earlier today. So the path part the primary thing I'm gonna show you is been mostly uh it's been me and Z, mostly me in like the latter half, but I couldn't have done it without Zero's help. But I'll be sure to like point out the things that Ivan has contributed and all that fun stuff. So we're starting off the path at base. Um, Sorry, not at base, at spawn. My bad. Um, because I found a lot that I would die, and I would not have a bed as my spawn point, so I'd come back to proper spawn. So at proper spawn, I built a little cute tree house. I think it had a name at one point, but literally just today I got blown up by a creeper and the sign went to it. Um, you'll see there's little inns or like outposts along the path, and each of them have a name. I'll have to think of a name for this one at some point. Does do Finn and Jake's treehouse have a name? Probably name it that. Anyway, so here we are. You can see the coordinates. They're pretty close to zero. I love at some point I must have knocked down that tree, but I was like, I want a tree to be there, so I just did that for the time being. Oh, of course I'm on low battery. Every time I feel like every time I record something, I get low battery. Anyway, so let's begin on the path. I okay, I did bring a bed with me. I think I left it a little bit further, um, just in case, because I honestly I don't want to have to. Well, each of the outposts are specifically uh like spaced apart to be perfect for whenever you might need to sleep. Um, However, if I'm like sprinting like this, it's not really gonna. I'm gonna go past them. It's kind of designated for like, okay, if you want to like stop in a specific area and kind of explore around, then you are able to do that without having to like walk too far to get to the nearest bed. Um, I brought one along with me, but I guess I feel like I've already passed it. It's okay. By the time it becomes a problem, I'll be already back at our base. Um, yeah. So anyway, since I'm sprinting, I'm gonna be actually passing places before I actually need, or even physically can sleep. So this part of the path is like kind of new-ish and not entirely worked on. Um, you'll see you can kind of tell the places that are like older because they're like super prettified. Um, for the main part, what I've finished as of now is just getting things functional. Oh frick, it's already getting nighttime. This is gonna be perhaps a bit of a problem. The nearest bed is a little bit out. Um, that's okay. We move. Yeah, no, I think we got this. I bet my sword is called Mr. Obama. Oh my gosh, if both my controllers die and I'm like trapped by like creepers or something, you will hear me cry, like real tears. Just saying. Well, I guess this is a good opportunity to see that we also made sure that the path was well lit. It's really nice if you're flying. You can tell, like, if you're flying at night, you can tell where the path is based on what's lit up. If during the daytime, I haven't done it to um, spawn yet because I didn't really, honestly, I haven't really seen a point to do it with spawn. But like in other parts of the path that we might be like actually choosingly walking to, um, been placing like cherry trees kind of in the vicinity. So then if you're like, a cherry tree shouldn't be in this biome, then you know, okay, it's because the path is nearby. Yeah, so we're actually pretty close to the next in here. And whenever it's daytime, I'll kind of come and I'm not gonna backtrack too far, but there is a little area that I will need to explore in a little bit of detail and not speed through. Um, okay, so let's take a moment to um, admire the silly little house. I did it like this, kind of high up, because with it being near the a pale forest, as we will encounter, it was kind of chock full of creatures at a certain point. So I was like, I want it to be high up. Um, First off, so I could get a view of the forest, in case there's any critters about. Although honestly, I can only see the tops of trees, so it's not really super helpful. Um, but then I could actually sleep without it saying, "Can't do that. There's monsters nearby." Um, so this is a little like side tangent off the side of the main path that really hasn't been developed super far yet. But I wanted to have something that goes up into snow at least a little bit because we had some goats that actually wandered as far as the outpost. Ah, here we go. I don't have anything for you at the moment, but at some point I might. So we had a goat, and we brought it back to the base, and then I immediately lost it because I learned that goats can jump really high. And I knew that going into it. I just did not realize how high. So yeah, the path ends straight here because this is where I ran out of Pale Oak stairs. But I don't think there really isn't a super point to go further though, because these are the birch forest we already have, and like the stone beach, I guess is probably what that is. I don't actually know the proper name for it. I doesn't really have anything that we would need to go to. I would have to explore. So actually, how we started making this map is that we explored the seed map, um, and planning out where we're going to do the path. And so if I take a look at the seed and see what's that direction, I might end up making an actual proper um, part to the path that way. But so far, I haven't been really concerned about it. I'm gonna eat some bread so I can actually sprint. You will see me do that a lot. It drives Zira crazy. Like, how do you not eat? They're like, how do you not eat until you physically cannot run? I'm like, I just don't pay attention. Here we go over the spooky, scary pale garden or pale forest or whatever it's called. You don't want to see a freaking. This is a nice little waterfall that was actually already here, but then I accidentally destroyed it, so I had to like manually rebuild it. And I gotta be honest, I'm like kind of ticked off with all the dirt. I feel like can water goes over it, can it still be grass? Because I feel like I swear it was grass before. At some point I might like replace it with like some stone. I don't know. Oh man, it's raining. It's not good. Better not thunderstorm. This is the last outpost before you get home, but it's honestly not that far off from the base at this point. Not too bad at all. I've ran this path back and forth at least a bajillion times. Yeah, the dark oak forest is also a place that was really spooky, scary. I've had to clear out so many trees. Dude, you should see our chest. We have so much. That's why I'm using dark oak stairs. That was the last staircases I placed because we just got so many freaking dark oaks. Um, Pale Garden, Dead End, and then that is spawn. So, um, this takes us up to the Pale Garden. Before we did the thing to spawn, this was gonna be like our entrance to the Pale Garden, but then um, I guess we don't necessarily need that little offshoot anymore because we go through it that way. But this was like one of the first paths we made, like to this roundabout and to the Pale Garden. That was it. This to spawn, or from spawn to base rather, is relatively new. Okay, so I didn't do it going to base or going from from spawn to base up until this point because the point of going from spawn to base is to get to base. But the general idea for the path is to uh, go through all of the biomes and notate when you're in a new biome. So Uh, well, we didn't end up doing it for this one, probably because at one point it was just a dead end. But we have these little arches that are going to indicate it's going to have lanterns, and then it's going to have a little hanging sign that says like now entering this biome. Um, and sometimes I like to include like which cardinal direction we're facing, just so we don't get too terribly lost. Um, I don't know, it helps me, I think. So we'll see more of that as we go. I was looking at the mushrooms. I love that mushrooms can just grow in like non-mushroom biomes. I still that is my goal. There's so few uh mushroom biomes that are like even remotely nearby. So it's gonna be kind of a tricky thing to accomplish, but I will find one. I will make it happen. There's so many biomes now in this day and age. Okay, so that's the backside, so I don't have anything on there. We have dark oak forest. So hypothetically, I should put birch forest right there. But Minecraft keeps censoring whenever I put birch on anything because it thinks I'm trying to say the B word. But I'm not. I'm saying a literal type of tree that's in your game, Minecraft. This is just a little lookout area. Honestly, I did not do a whole lot of these anywhere else, but I think that's something that as I go back and like prettyify everything, I'm gonna do a little more often because, um, now that we have like the practical part done, then we can do the funsies because the hard work is done. Now we're just decorating. And there's a lot of biomes that I'm like, man, I really want to like appreciate actually taking a look at things, but you're like kind of afraid to stray from the path too much. But if it's part of the path, um, then you can do that. So this one, I think I didn't have a hanging sign, so it's just kind of sitting there. Birchwood forest. Oh, that's what I need to do. Is I need to add wood to the end of it. That's okay. So here we are going up to base now. So you'll notice that on this staircase we have where we just went spawn, and then we have another way. This is the main path that we're going to be going on. But first, I'm going to go up to base and kind of show you around our base. Hello, cow. Did I put anything there? I did. Yeah, I just put, no, you're entering four. I literally could just think that's forest. That way is east, that way south. It is very important. It was definitely important whenever we were like first starting off because like trying to like make sure we actually get to the biome goal that we were looking at on the seed map. Like doing that translation into real life was like really difficult. So we're on the side of our uh, base now. So I'm gonna go up to the front. Why am I loading so slow? I feel like everything is jank. I wonder if you can see it that well on the recording. Okay, so this is our bubble elevator. We'll go down there a little bit later. But coming off our bubble elevator, you can see our beautiful house and our little jank setup for our gas. Try to like trap him in there so we could actually have like a landing platform to like get on top of him because otherwise it's so hard because he's so high up. And that boat is for kidnapping villagers and or other creatures while we ride him around. So there's no really linear path for our base. It's just kind of a little bit of chaos. I think it's pretty chaos. Here's a little flower garden that I'm super happy about. And we have fancy little ponds. Only one fish. I need to adjust that. Salmon to swim upstream. We have like literally no decorations on our main floor. We've redone this like a bajillion times, but I do think that the like actual like design of the house is zero to this. It's so pretty. I love the cherry wood. So downstairs is all like practical stuff. Here's all of our like tools in our little enchanting area. This is the yeet hole. It has a cactus in it. You can just throw things into it, and then poof, it poofs out of existence. Okay, so this is our storage center. These guys are dumb as rocks. They spend a bajillion years looking at things. What? How do you not know where that's at? It's literally. Did I grab it? I did. They have everything labeled. We have different woods, which kind of does drive me crazy. But at some point that'll be fixed. This is their break room because we're kind employers. And this is somebody's cat. I don't know who's. We're gonna go upstairs next. Your beautiful backyard, or at least you could. Now big old trees in the way. Ivan's room. He has a parrot, and I'm so jealous. Cat right there. Hero's enclosure. I haven't been in these room in a while. They both have black cats. The urge to rummage through their belongings. But I won't. This is my room with all my dogs. I have way more dogs than this, you would not believe. I have a little loft bed situation. I do kind of like my room because I'm facing west, so I can see whenever the sun is setting. I'm like, oh, okay, I need to go and sleep. So I go and sleep. I can see our farm. Oh, you know what? I want to go back to Ivan's room because you can get a really good view of the flower garden. Yeah. I'm really happy about that. That took a minute. There's these new flowers that you have to like get these creatures called sniffers. And it's like you have to like go underwater, like sift the sand. Here's our gas. He doesn't have a name. We probably should name him. But in order to like mount him, JK, I think you can mount him from down there. I think that was the whole point. Yeah, well, yeah, because I could ride. I mean, I think it would be nice to have a hole, you just drop down from above. But I think the reason I put that up there was just for viewing purposes, just to overlook our land. But you have to like sift in the sand to get the eggs for the sniffers. Oh, I didn't go on our balcony. And then they will like sniff up the seeds for the flowers. Our jank little stairs. Because I found so often I'd want to go just like from outside straight upstairs. So look at the flower garden. We got all the types of the flowers. Yes, I did color code the tulips and all the things that can be color coded. And these technically aren't flowers, but I didn't know where else to put them, and I wanted to like segregate them off so that way I didn't like run into them and get hurt. Eventually we're gonna get foxes and I'll put some in their terrain. Over here, oh, that, I swear it's always the pink one that escapes. Okay, I'll fix it later. There's a little horse stable. Honestly, we need to expand it. We have too many horses now. We were very, humble beginnings. Bee house. One door at a time so they don't get out. This is our little place for bees. They have flowers all around. They have a tree in the middle. It's kind of like a greenhouse situation. So we have these 3 regular houses and then like a man-made one, and we also have some that are up here now. And then the chest for the bottles, and I think this was because I was making honey blocks, but also it can be helpful for other things. So, but I think they're all sleeping, so we will leave them be. But So over this way, we used to have a gigantic pit that led down to a cave, but I filled it in because I wanted to have a pond so you can put frogs in here. We don't have any frogs yet, but we do have a single salmon. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how like naturey and adorable this looks. I love the firefly bushes. They're like so epic and awesome. And I could have, yes, hypothetically raised this up, but I liked keeping the visual of like having a pit. You know what I mean? Because we just got used to it. And this, if you open the trapdoor, you can get in and out of the aforementioned cave because this was a good exit point. Um, so I just kept that in for utility. So we're going back up now, and I genuinely have no idea where the pink sheep escaped from, but we're actually sorry, we have one of every color. And some billows. Okay, so this is the back side of our um, house. Down here, we had to fill in. I don't think it actually, maybe it did. Yeah, I think it does actually go out this far. Um, we wanted our roof of our, um, little storage area to not be dirt. So we had to put the stone, and we're like, what are we gonna do with this? We're like, oh, let's just make it like a nice little patio situation that we have. You know how like in the city they have like in the middle of the sidewalk we'll just have like a little tree thing. Yeah, that was kind of the idea here. At some point, I've seen a lot of people online make like fake furniture. I feel will get really clever. I would like to put like a table or chairs out here. But this is our barn. That's where the sheep, the armadillos connect. Here is gonna be where our foxes go. Foxes. We have cows, some of these dogs we've stuck in for a while, pigs, and then upstairs we've got our chickens over here, and then over here is gonna be the rabbits. I feel like they only jump too high. They might jump higher, so I might not be able to put the rabbits up here. If not, I literally don't know what I'm gonna do with that space. I guess the chickens will rearrange stuff and the chickens will get more room. Oh, before I go down, I wanted to also we have a little balcony. That way we could, overlook the foxes, sheep, and everything. Um, I just thought it'd be nice. Also because it provides an access point to the backside in case we're over, like, ever doing anything over here and we want to get up to the barn because there's, the chest full of animal supplies, like stuff to breed with over there. And then also the side, this is like the back door to the backyard sort of situation. We have a tree farm, which I will come back to. So over here, temporarily, which kind of where we have our alpacas. They're all the ones from the trader, which I think is really funny that whenever you breed llamas or alpacas, I forgot which these are from the trader, that they all just get born with the little saddles. Um, I have more alpacas that I need to bring to the farm. So hopefully we can get some non saddled ones. This used to be where we had our sniffers, but I've moved them and I haven't taken out the fence yet because it might come in handy. Um, and we are our like actual farm. Um, honestly, it was kind of haphazard. The wheat makes sense, but everything else I just kind of threw up because I wanted to grow more food because we were like desperately low on food, and I didn't really have enough care at the time to like actually make it look nice. So that's a later problem. Down here is our goat terrarium. There's no goats inside because I don't know if I said this in this recording. I did a few takes. Um, I didn't realize how high goats can jump. I knew that they could jump high, but I didn't realize how high. Um, so yeah, so now it has glass. But I liked I didn't want it to look so like sterile, so I added like some greenery around and like some. If you go inside, the cherry blossoms kind of feel like they're overhanging like a wisteria trellis or something. They have a mountain they can climb on. At some point, that might become like a goat castle tower thing. Because I've seen pictures of that like in real life before. So over here, I was considering putting the camels. I was mapping out the area with sand. Um, but I'm kind of reconsidering. I don't know. I kind of want, because we're also bringing back pandas soon. I want them all to have like a little area that feels like their own. Also, pandas you cannot breed unless they have enough bamboo around them. They can't get into sexy mood without at least 8 bamboo stalks around them in a 5 block radius or something like that. Um, so down this way, you'll see a little sneak preview of our village. Oh yeah, and then there's this freaking absurd tower that goes all the way to the sky. We had a hole at some point because there's like an achievement going from like all the way from the top block to the bottom block. But now there's a slime here, so I don't really know what that's about, but I don't ask questions. Okay, so actually, I think our next point would be going down to the village. Yeah, I'll go down to the village and then we'll come back up and go to the tree farm and then take the path. So I was really ambitious with the path with this one, and then we really quickly ran out of amethyst and still haven't gotten any more. And this is a while ago, so don't mind the fact that the path eventually just kind of turns into nothingness. But yeah, we wanted to like decorate this a little bit. So we got little garden. This is well, this was gonna be librarian, but now it's a potion seller, which I guess still fits the tower vibes. Yeah, we can actually no, it's not even that. It's a I don't know what this is. Is it blacksmith? Maybe that is potions. I don't know. I actually don't know my things. But I did make the tower, and I was thinking about not Majora's Mask. I was thinking about Twilight Princess the entire time. I was afraid of them jumping out, so you can't see over unless you jump. Otherwise, I would have liked it to be visible. Could I have added wooden fences? Yes, but then that would ruin the aesthetic. You know what I mean? This is the house that Z made. Z did a really good job. Looks so schmancy. Oh, I need to steal that. The garden. There's more village down here. I kind of hate this house low key. I'm gonna probably redo it. This is Mayor Beans the third. The third because the first two, I know the first one got murdered in a creeper accident. Um, but what is this? I think that's maybe just communal use for like if we're building. I don't know what happened to Mayor Beans the second. I think you know what actually no. Mayor Beans the second got killed in a creeper accident. Mayor Beans the first, I think I took with me to go spelunking. Okay, this is the librarian. Um, and then I think she like swam in lava. So this leads back to the original. We're gonna actually go and take this way. I don't feel like I appreciated it enough. First I'm gonna kind of take a little peek see over here. There's a big ominous hole that I it looks sexier than it is. I did go and like crawl around in there for a while and it's really nothing exciting. But also I didn't go too deep because I was alone and I was scared. Maybe another day I'll give it another chance. But the beginning, the first impression was not very good. This is the creepy dungeon. I don't know what these people do. Whatever this tool deals with. Blacksmith? Question mark? I don't necessarily need to shut the doors because having a trapdoor here is enough to make them not want to walk through it. But I love looking at it through the iron grates. Like, I don't know. They're my prison. This is another house. This is my first attempt at an Adobe kind of style house. I do another one later on that you'll see, and my improvement, man. Yeah, this is like all early days because I hadn't before this point played Minecraft in so long. I don't like that they have a dirt roof, but hear me out. They have farming here. This is a dinner bone. That's why he's down. So okay, now we're gonna go downstairs. They do have a little outside, because I just want to give them a yard, but they don't even have freaking. They don't have glass. They don't have proper doors for that. Yeah, they're kind of neglected. So we're gonna kind of stand back and um admire the tower as much as we can here. This took, you have no idea how long this took. I was following a guide for this one. Is there anything in here? Oh, this is probably all my stuff I needed to like make it. I'm gonna take that though. I do need some cobblestone. And I made sure you can't like actually get through this because I had spiders crawling up. Okay, let's actually go up. So I did put in like a middle level that you can land on just in case we needed to sleep here. And I think I did that just for my own usage because I needed it. I don't really need it now, but I guess I'll just leave it there. Ah. So this is like it's a watchtower first off. You can look around and make sure there's no pirates or pillagers coming around and see what the villagers are doing. Yeah, you can see more of the sexy hole. You can see the rest of the village. You can see up to our base. You can see the absurd tower. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of nice. And you can ring the bell. There we go. I love the bell. The bell makes me happy. I stole that from the village. I really hope my batteries don't die because then I'm gonna have to do like a two-parter, and that's gonna be so annoying because I can't just charge the controller while I'm playing with it. This is another house that I hate. It kind of makes me think of like the. First off, it makes me think of Rugrats for some reason. Also, I think of the facade house. Like, also, what is like this situation? I think maybe I thought I was gonna switch from the red roof to the wood roof, but I just never committed. Yeah, I don't know. This is the house that Z did. Z did a really nice job. Um, looks super fancy as per usual. Oh, you guys are doing stuff. I think this is here for utility. I think we are going to get rid of it at some point. I don't know what you are, my good sir. You don't even have a door. Oh, you're a loomer. But I think we feel like we were gonna do. I think this guy might be a butcher because we wanted to have him have cows nearby just for like the vibe. And this person is. Oh yeah, sheep for swimming. I don't know why the chicken's here. It might have been an accident. We tried to think things out. Yeah, there's a little waterfall. There's a river that flows underneath here. There's also one on this side. So have a big water fountain here. And then over here you can sit on either side of the bench and just kind of look out. A little viewing platform to the town. Oh, cute flowers. Yeah. Sit here, have a sandwich. And then down here is our fisher. That we don't have yet. But I was gonna make it to I think if we put a gate here, this tree kind of serves as like a blocker so he can't get out, just like the rest of them can't. But then the pond he can still have access to. Yeah, we gotta make sure everyone can't escape. Which I think hypothetically, if they have a job to do and they're nearby their thing, I don't think they would escape. Um, but okay, that's a ignore that path. That's a temporary thing. Um, but we also want to make sure they aren't in danger. In case a creeper or zombie walks up from a dark place. We're gonna book it for the every time. This guy can't keep his lungs on edge. Wait a minute, JK. Oh, it's bedtime. Okay, I'm gonna steal one of their beds. Sleeping together. Close your eyes. This is PG-13. There's a few points you might have seen that we haven't exited. So that path, I mean, I said it was temporary, but like it kind of does serve a purpose, but it's ugly, so I'm gonna ignore it. But down here is a portal, which I don't know if they. I was not here the very first day that Zira and Ivan played, so I don't know if they built the base because of the portal being here, or if they made the portal really early on. But that is the thing that is here. We have a little sugarcane farm here that honestly I have not checked in a million years. Okay, that's very handy. Thank you. Oh, there's not red sand. Whoa, there's more. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Ivan does all the crazy stuff like this. I'll show you more of what he does. Um, I kind of want to. Here, I'm gonna take this other staircase because we um would frequently come down here to the beach for various reasons. There used to be a bunch of sand here, but now there's not. Um, I think because we eventually farmed it all, but whenever we were early on, didn't have a lot of sand, would come down here. But now we have some nautiluses. They're a pet nautili. That's why there's a little dam over there. There's one right there too, so that way they can't escape. Um, it doesn't really protect them because drowned still spawn there, but it at least helps us get access to them if we ever wanted to use them. The nautiluses, if you have not played since they added them, I don't know when they're added, are kind of like horses but for the ocean. So let's kind of get another view of our village and stuff. So this staircase is not commonly used, but I added it just to have a way down. Like I said, to go and get sand and to fish at a certain point. It had that use. But this takes us up by the forces and everything. Um, so it kind of makes our uh, base symmetrical in a way. But the main up and down point is this elevator. Because you land in water doesn't hurt us. So on the back side of this is our main cave. It's a huge cave system, and it's very easy to get up and down because it's a big waterfall. This cave system also leads to the pond in the back. But also we have a lava thing, which it's slowly dripping lava into it, which I have no idea how that is done. So that was either a Zira or Ivan thing. So thank you, Zira or Ivan. There's also some like automatic fisher and like some other stuff. This gets like a bunch of silverfish. Wait, no. This creates the silverfish, I think. Yeah, we've had a few accidents. I don't know what this is. He always has some sort of contraption. These are the sniffers that I mentioned. I originally was gonna put the goats over here, because I wanted them to have like a little hill to climb, but then, because it was steeper originally, but then I learned how high they can jump, and I'm like that's not gonna work. So I was like, oh, I'll give the sniffers more room, but they actually think they have the same kind of room. Sneeze might move at some point. I'm tired. Oh, yes, okay, so let's go to the tree farm, and then I do fear I'm going to have to charge my controller and do a part two, which is a major bummer. But we move because yeah, once we get to the path, it's gonna like take some time. So I'll kind of do like a little loop around. So we have everything labeled. The bamboo. I think those are mangroves. I do not know what these are. They're crimson. I think they come from the nether or something. And these are warped trees. Uh, Gross, pale. I think we need to get more pale seeds because we only have the one tree. And got cherry, which we are in no shortage of. I think these are acacia. Oak, dark oak. We got jungle down here. I just planted a bunch so we got to wait for them to grow. Back up. Birch. And now we can either, well, if I'd actually taken the proper path, fork in the path, this takes us to the sheep and then the, the pond. But I'm going to come around this way, take a little peek into the pond there. And just a nice, like, wrap around the base path. But if you remember, this is where we came up from whenever we came back from bait or from spawn. So, with that being said, I'm actually gonna begin my journey down the path, and we'll see how long my controller can make it. I'm gonna blindly grasp for my water because my throat hurts after all this talking. You're now heading south instead of east. I am going to be sprinting through this. I'll stop and take in the road every now and again. I did not ever find that bed, did I? And I didn't bring one. I can steal one from a villager at some point soon. There is a house that isn't too terribly far. Or not close. Another situation where I couldn't put birch, but now I know I'll put birchwood. Here we are already at the first outpost. It does kind of seem a little close to our base, but there's a reason. And I'll show you that once it actually spawns in the distance. I don't know if you can see very distantly, there's an ominous cube. If I go out that way, there's a creeper farm. Pretty much there's like a bunch of junk in the cube. I do not know what. It might just be dark space. Then there's like you can't see it, but there's dang it, I can't aim my crosshairs. Anyway, there's like a tower-like situation. Like it's like a square lollipop. And then the creepers fall down into the little tunnel area, and there's a platform down here that I can stand at. And the creepers, if you're positioned as you should be, then they can't see you, but you can see their feet, and so you can kill them. And then you get EXP from that. So it's technically an EXP farm. And I took all the junk out of there. So okay, the sun is about to set. Oh yeah, I'll show you the names. The beach house or La Casa de la Playa, which is Spanish for beach house. I know, I'm pretty cosmopolitan. Oh, I should maybe point this out. So, whenever we were bringing the Nautiluses home, we figured it'd be nice to, because originally how we would get here, is we would use boats. So, um, we, I didn't have anything at the time besides a bunch of sand and torches. So I made these little columns that go along this entire uh, river bed, which this actually leads to where you saw the nautili question mark. If you follow it far enough. Yeah, I just have these, and so like I literally think like right up there, but like to the right is like literally to the beginning of our base. So now you know. Okay, now it is dark enough that I could go to sleep. Shut up, Cal. Nobody asked you. And this, if you haven't seen it before, this is the warped tree. Um, that blue tree. This is the wood that makes. I mean, obviously, and this is the glazed terracotta, and they don't place in the pattern that you see right here. So I don't know if you can tell. Four different blocks. So Z had to painstakingly arrange those, and I'm very thankful that she did. So, hey, oh, look at the little baby popcorn. Nom nom nom. I know it's low battery. Yeah, no matter how much I speed run this. I was like really confused. I was like, is that a brown panda? But it was just two sheeps merged together. It's kind of nice just to stroll and listen to music. Minecraft music is relaxing. Keep going, Beto ahead. Yeah, we were like, I felt like whenever me and Z were viewing this part, like it took forever. Like, how much birch forest can there possibly be? So I gave my future self some affirmations. I wish I could like look around and still be going forward, but that's kind of not entirely how Minecraft works. Speaking of sexy caves, that is a sexy cave. I kind of want to explore these. That was another reason for the creation of this path, just to give ourselves little safety points, because we'd always like have makeshift little outposts. They were just like dirt, like 3x3 dirt situations, and they weren't really that safe or that helpful. So having pre-made ones, kind of nice. We have arrived at the, well, nearly second house. Meadows that way. Oh, there's a bunny rabbit. Do I have a carrot? I have carrot. Plains that way, and we are facing south. Oh my gosh, there's two rabbits. There's three rabbits. They need to have babies. Oh my goodness. Oh, why are they running away? What the? We just let you guys. What the? Anyway, okay, I need to move that closer. Pardon this tangent. Whoops. Ah. she did that. Ah, no, it's like real life. Sorry for this tangent. Ah, I'm gonna collect you guys later. Okay. Ah, so because this was Flower House, well, first off, this area was like extremely dangerous at night. So that's why I had to do like a ladder and trapdoor situation. I kept getting bombarded all the time. This is Le Fleur, because you know, Frenchness. There's a little balcony because I wanted to preserve, like, because this little, like, mesa, is that what that's called? I don't know, this mountain was here originally, so I kind of wanted to preserve the realistic feel. It's a beach place. Yeah. Dang it, no bad. Oof, I feel like it's gonna be really ambitious for me to try to get to the next. Maybe I can't even do this. There was originally I did have the entrance on that side, but I don't remember why it just didn't work out. Oh, there's the sun. Oh, yeah, we got it. I can make it to the next place. Let me just load up on food. Should have pause and take a gander at things every once in a while. That cave is not sexy, by the way. If you think it's sexy, it's not even a cave. It's just a little. Oh yeah, we have monuments every now and again. Uh, this was my escape route when I was down here getting a new type of dog. Actually, I ended up with two, but then I was like climbing up and it was nighttime. I didn't have a bed, and there was a bunch of like zombies and a creeper like sitting here waiting for me. I was just standing here on the top waiting for daytime to come, and then that's how I like because the creepers are still here. Obviously, they don't despawn whenever daytime comes, so I use this to like jump, and then I booked it back to base. This is before we hit the pass. So we put up little monuments every now and again whenever a special event occurred somewhere. Whether it was before or after we made the pass. That was before. As I think I had said. My memory is bad, dude. So now we're coming into this taiga. Yeah, you could see I was jumping over the trees before I got there. Things that could be cleaned up but are not. Out of my way, Fox. I don't have any sweet berries for you today. Old growth spruce taiga. There's a million and one taigas variants. Oh, these doggies are so cute. I don't have any bones for you. I'm sorry. I hate what the grass turns into in taigas sometimes. It really ticks me off. That's why there's a bunch of dirt here, hoping eventually grass would like grow, but I need to put a grass block on there to actually give it the inspiration for grass. We put a tulip here, or a flower here every now and again just to make it look nice, but nothing's grown. We didn't have that one grown, which is nice. Yeah, I think I can make it to the next. I'm pretty dang close already. This is also a good test of the Um, I keep going end of biome in sight. Yeah, I was kind of getting tired of the taiga at this point also. Uh, I tested the utility of our path. But being honestly being able to make it to hypothetically two or at least one and a half uh, it outposts in a single day. I think that's pretty good. That really means you can screw around in the area and not have to get too far to get to safety. So this is the lush cave below. I don't know if this tree was here originally or what, but this is the down. Wow, it's just a hole straight down. I wonder if I can. Yeah, that's not my problem right now. Yeah, because I don't feel like usually the trees grow. I wonder if those were like sheared and then placed here just to be like a land marker of sorts. But yeah, here we are. Now that I know it's daytime, although it's the sun is about to set, I can really take this in. Snow taiga, and then original pine taiga. I guess it's multiple pine. Oh yeah, because it's old. Oh yeah, old growth pine taiga. That's what it is. It wouldn't all fit. Icicle in. Okay, so I'm gonna like steal a bed. I think up here there's a bed that's like just not being used. Well, I mean it might be being used by that guy, but not tonight. Whoops. Not tonight and not for the next few nights. Nope. JK. For the next one. JK. It's in the next one. Aha. Well, I guess I needed that tonight, so I guess I'm gonna lay that back down. Oh, I shouldn't have done that because I spawn. Well, I don't plan on dying. Fingers crossed that I don't. Whoa. Ding ding. Sorry, I had to. Making not bad progress, if I do say so myself. Close to the what I consider the halfway point. Whether or not it's actually halfway, I have no idea. But it's you'll see what I mean when I get there. Well, not when I get there, but when I'm leaving there. You'll know what I mean. This is the old growth pine taiga and then taiga. We kind of like dipped back into where we were, like the same biome. Sexy caves. Sexy caves are everywhere. Yeah, we're kind of like straddling the line here between like the snowy and the old growth pine taiga for a minute. Gets where we need it to go. Down the stairs, up the stairs. Whoa. Well, I have the wrong wood. So, yeah, I was gonna say there's snow plains and a snow beach that away, and then up ahead is just a plain. This is another monument. It's a half and half tree. It has half snowy, half regular. There's I think V also said that like the colors change or something. I don't know. I can't tell. Like I believe them, but my colorblindness, man. Hate these freaking floating sky crap. I've already cleared out. There's a bunch over by where the Lafleur is, or the meadows, but I haven't cleared those out yet. Someday. Yes, I reiterate, there's a beach and there's a beach that way. Um, there's a big swamp up here, and we're facing west. It's another freaking bunny. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna pause this and try not to cry. I have returned after letting my controller charge for a little bit. Um, oh my goodness, another rabbit. I'm just collectible. Oh, haha. I'm gonna have. I've been looking for rabbits for freaking forever, but they're always so far. So now I have plenty of brown and white ones and uh, black ones, I think. So this is the house that you would stay at if you're wanting to explore all this fun iciness, which I have not yet. I know we probably are going to at some point for reasons I'll explain in a second. This is the stone igloo. Gander upon her. Here, this is just kind of an overlook. See the world's smallest swamp. It's literally like that tree, and then the water I had to put in because there was no actual pond to the swamp. I also have cows here because we would need milk if we were to cross that lovely, lovely bridge that goes across an entire ocean because it crosses over a monument. So on this side of the bridge and on the other side, there's milk that you can get to drink, or there's cows so you can get milk to drink to cure mining fatigue, which is really fun. So I'm not gonna go across this yet because I have a feeling the sun is going to set soon. Wow, it's like right over a cloud. But yeah, this is a weird little area because I think this is just beach. It really is the world's smallest swamp. Hence the sign saying mini swamp. I also thought I could grow wheat here, but alas, noise, ice is over. You know what? Actually, I'm just gonna cross the bridge because I have a bed. Oh, my laptop is about to die. Let me put the charger on it. But also because I'm not gonna actually see any monsters while I'm on a bridge. So it's probably gonna be daytime by the time I reach the other side. It is a long one. So related to this bridge and related to a snow area that we need to explore, we were thinking about getting blue ice to make this faster. So crazy how like the last time I played Minecraft, like the making a railroad was the way to go, man. But now like even that's not the fastest thing in the game. Honestly, it'd probably be slow, just going straight across like without slope like this. At least you get a beautiful view of the sunset. You can tell whenever I'm about to get mining fatigue because there's a bunch of blocks that aren't fixed, that were like temporary. I'll look directly into the sun. Hey Roxas, bet you don't know why the sun sets red. You see, the sun is made, or light is made of all kinds of colors. And out of all of them, red is the one that travels the farthest. Or something like that. I'm gonna itch my nose. I I just have like my glasses have rubbed my nose raw. And I really need to stop picking at it so it can heal. Oh, we're like, do I have any torches on me? I don't. And there's like a weird gap without any torches, and then there's a torch randomly right there. Oh, look at that. Um, okay, I'm actually gonna sleep before. Oh no, it's gonna take me forever to break that bed. Well, hang on. Actually, no, I don't, because I don't want to accidentally break Mr. Obama. We're just gonna painstakingly, slowly break my bed, and I apologize for the person that I am. I mean, honestly, I could still get. No, by the time I go get milk and cure my mining fatigue, I mean, the bed's gonna already be broken. So, oh, good gravy. I thought I needed to start all over. I was like, get some mutton. Boing, boing, boing. It's the iconic cherry trees, indicating we are on the new continent. It's gonna be exciting, I think, being in the new continent. Okay, so La Playa. I think because I kept writing beach, but then it was like, are you trying to say the B word again? So I had to do it in Spanish. There's plains and sunflower plains that way, and we are currently west. So we have a tiny little wheat farm over here. I don't know. I think this little area is just it's so cute. Really a whole lot of nothing going on. I think it's simple. So now that we're in a sandy region, I kind of back up. I'm going to show you a cute little adobe situation. Remember the adobe style house that I did in the villager, uh, the village, I guess? Yeah, compare that to this. This is the sand serpent's nest. I did take some inspo online, but like I mishmashed a lot of stuff and did unique things. So, oh, I do already have a bucket, so I'll just use that. So I say this is an original creation to an extent. Give me milk. Yes, sir. Hold place. I bucket with this bucket. I want to just admire the little skylight. Okay, that's enough admiration. It's kind of neat. Let's look at that from the top. Dude, there's also right here like a weird like sinkhole with like all the water like flowing inward. I'm gesturing with my camera movement. So me and Z had to like spend forever trying to get it to like be level and not be like a death trap because it kept killing dogs. Because my dogs would get stuck and not be able to swim out. Oh, I was like, where did that come from? There's a guy there. Guy being a cherry tree. Is there a song? It's like something cherry tree. Like some like old it's rock song, but it's like far back enough that rock was like not actually rock. You know what I mean? Maybe it's like a subgenre of rock. Oh, yeah, it's the baby life goes on. Yeah, he says cherry tree in there, I promise. I wouldn't lie. Friends don't lie, or whatever. I haven't seen that since like season two. Actually, I did see the season finale for Stranger Things. I watched it on New Year's whenever it came out with my friend. Uh, friends plural. Sunflower plains. And yeah, having little to no context for that, I was like, This is interesting and also not very good, but my friends also thought it was not very good. No, I tried to get to my sword fast enough to collect the mending from the ET. No, all the pretty flowers I can come and collect at some point. Honestly, some bread and a carbo load. Hard work doing all this running. I almost said, man, if only my Minecraft steps were like my real life steps, but I actually got a walking pad today from a garage sale, so soon they will be able to be. Now we're entering a cherry grove, and this would be confusing. It's not really a good land marker. Luckily, it's not very big. And for a while, I was like, "Ooh, I should use dark oak," and then I realized you can't freaking read it. Um, I think it says Savannah, so I put this because I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna change it out," but I just haven't yet. So we're now entering the very whippy kind of zone, looking progressy. That is. There's some parts that are like really like you could tell the attention to detail was there. And other places you're like, why did you leave it like that? And my answer is, listen, pal, you tried doing this. Like once you're walking on it, like it takes you 2 seconds to breeze past it. You're like, man, this is nothing. But whenever you're actually doing it, like the planning and the terraforming and the everything, getting all the supplies and fending off monsters and the day-night cycle, it's hard. It takes forever. We're now at the Creeper Bluff Inn because this place gets a lot of freaking creepers, and it's on a cliff, which I think this is what a bluff is. I don't know. I actually didn't look it up. I just know it from Mario Galaxy. And yeah, because of all the creepers, what's in little skylight. Because of all the creepers, this bed is up here on a loft, which I have another skylight because why not? Um, Oop, dang it. Okay, there we go. And there's a little backyard, which I at some point was going to uh make a little farm out here for some wheat so I could, have bread supply. But I was like, I need a bucket with water, and I have a bucket with water right now, but I'm not going to because I don't want to derail this. Because I'm sleepy after having to wait for my thing to charge. Like I already kind of wanted to go to bed, but we're about like I'd say a good 75% of the way through. Like we're getting there. Oop, scroll, go, ouch, ouch. This also is marked as a monument. It's the Mesa, which I gotta keep it real. I don't know what that means. Um, I know I was here with Zira when we did it, when we put this here, but I no longer have the context. You need to put the context on the sign. It's what the sign's for. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna make it to the next one by the time the sun sets. That's okay, 'cause I have a stolen bed. And if only you could steal beds in real life. Could you imagine yanking a mattress and the headboard and footboard and frame and all? Would not be easy. That's for sure. Now we are entering the plain slash forest. The head is the mesa. So like that back there was not the Mesa. So I don't know why I had said that. You may notice there's a little offshoot here that just takes you down to a place I thought would be nice for mining. I needed stone and iron a little bit. When we get to like this zone, I my brain does this thing where if I'm listening to something as I'm working on a project in Minecraft, and I remember doing this back in my Roblox days, even, and sometimes I wasn't listening to YouTube videos in the background then, but I remember like conversations I heard my mom have on the phone or something. Um, Man, I'm so close, so close together. It's okay. I'm not gonna risk it. Um, Anyways, I would like whenever I'd walk through the area again, I could like remember the conversation my mom was having or the video I was listening to. And for this part, I all I can think of is I'm watching video analysis anal yeah, yeah, let's go with analysis because analyses sounds wrong. Um, of Pete Wentz's old blog post from like 2005 to 2007 or whatever, maybe later, that definitely were suggestive that him and uh, Mikey Way were hooking up. And I do not agree with shipping real life people, um, but I must confess that I do believe that is canon. Not canon, sorry. I'm looking at that cave. I was thinking 2001. I do think it was real. I do think it was a legit thing that happened. Like it's almost undeniable. Like his blog posts leave almost nothing to the imagination. Another one I'm gonna need to change at some point. This is Savannah. In the freaking building again. Another Savannah. Now this is a very special cave. We'll see why in just a moment. Spera un minuto. So we need to put up a proper sign, but Zira put this little stuff to indicate you go down there, pretty much there's an ancient city, like you can almost see it, they said, from up here, but they also have better render distance than I do. Um, we've noticed that a few times. Let's just take a little gander, shall we? You can see there's a and here's more savannah. And go through the forest, but like, you have this nice little river. Whenever we went to the mesa for the very first time, whenever we were still like we didn't have the path, we were just had our base, and our base was very like humble. We took this river, went by boat, and it took us a while. But we all went as a team, and it was very lovely. And now we have easier. Oh, it's not Mesa. It's Badlands and a road to Badlands. We keep calling it Mesa. Maybe that's why I'm confused. Here's my alpacas. I think this is Nefertiti. No, this is the unnamed one. I have camels elsewhere, but this is the one I. Oh no, this is Nefertiti. Okay. Um, I have Spittle, and I think the other one was Pajamas. I think it's the curly one back there. These are all creatures I need to take back to my base at some point. As you can see, I have an abundance of wheat because I was trying to tame these and have them make babies. This is the Mesa View Inn, and I do love the views. I have a little secret rooftop access because it's something about the savannas, dude. They the creepers love it here. So if I saw a creeper out my front door, this is like my escape hatch. So I'll take a little gander around before I use the escape hatch. Yeah, I can just go out this way. Um, However, I would like to Oh, that poses a problem. Well, creepers can't jump, I don't think. So maybe for zombies, but like, who really cares, you know? Here we go, Badlands slash Road of Badlands. Gotta be honest, I don't really know. Um, it makes a huge difference. If it does, then eventually I'll go back and actually like distinguish them. And sometimes they're like, oh, you can find this rare thing. Not you can find them in only in eroded badlands, but not in regular badlands. So you may notice, um, this kind of blends in with the red sand a little too well. Um, so what I did to kind of combat that, because I was like, I don't know what else to do in this area, is that every now and again I'll have like a little sand, like regular sandstone, little like monument of some sort, um, little tower or whatever, just to kind of like visually differentiate it. If you're like, say you're up on that hill and you're like looking down below trying to find the path, you see one of these guys, you're like, oh, the path is down there. Since you can't plant cherry trees on the sand. And then I also, and I kind of am debating about this. I think it's a little though, having the path on top. I don't know, maybe it's not that bad. But later on with like the regular sand, I have it actually in the sand, and I think it looks really good. So, and there's every now and again, I think in the red, I have it down in the sand. So yeah, it is definitely, if you just wait until nighttime, it is well lit, for sure. Um, in the daytime, the little monuments are about all you get. Yeah, I better. Let me just cook some mutton. Make it quick. And perhaps naively, thinking I can make it to the next guess. Find this one tiny little sliver of grass here. For some reason, I just decided here is where I'm going to start actually putting it in the, and then I stop. So going to the desert. There's sand bunnies. Oh my goodness, they're so freaking cute. Oh, you know what? Don't hate me. I'm also gonna. No, get back here. Oh, it's a baby. It's an adult, isn't it? Guys, I can't. I'm sorry. No, I have limited carrot supply. Um. Anyway, I was gonna like save them over here because I have my camels here. One of these is that must be Fergie over there. Yep, Fergie. This one doesn't have a name. I named that one Fergie because of her song "My Humps." I'm very clever. Yeah, so I guess I was lazy for a while. At some point I might actually put these down in the sand. Ooh, that one looks like an adult. I do think so. Yes. Okay. Drag her back to where the camels are, because if I breed her with another type, like there's a chance I can get another stand if I wanted one. But I think just having one of each variant would be really cool. I love the baby bumps. Okay. There we go. Okay. Not so much for making it to the next house. I definitely would have. Source, trust me, bro. Kind of like try to fake the funk by putting the sand like that. Does it work? Oh, it's looking up. Delilah does that. It's so funny. Like she's like peeking out of tall grass, trying to see if there's a coyote stalking nearby. But it's just me eating a bag of chips on the couch. Oh, the other house. I can do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna raise no wimp. Not run out of food now. You did it, you know? Yeah, it's like literally right up there. This house is my least favorite. But it was kind of like impromptu. I just had to work with what I had. Um, so this is a mangrove swamp, kind of like that away. We'll look at that in a second. Here's the mud hut. I don't, I don't like the mud hut. What? I just was like, I'm on sand again. I've already done a beach house. I've already done a sand dunes thing. What am I gonna do? I'm like, I guess I'll do something that caters to like the mangrove um, trees. But I honestly, I was a little bit confused about what's all happening here. Is this like the trunk? Maybe I could do like mangrove wood at some point, but I just kind of worked with what I had at the moment. What I had was a bunch of mud. Yeah, this is I need to get a chain, so that's why the dirt's there. And you might have noticed that most of these don't have lanterns. That's another thing that I need to work on. Um, I was mainly just focused on actually getting like the path properly set up and getting all the stairs. That way, it's not like a pain in the arse to go back and forth. So now that that's done, I can actually start working on decorating. So yeah, the mangrove swamp continues that way. It's like really weird and awkward to navigate. Gotta be honest. And me and Zira got to it, we're like, it's mostly a lot of mud, to be honest. Okay, so yeah, point out mangrove is that way, jungle is that way. Directly ahead, there's a desert temple, and honestly, once again, kind of some sexy caves. I'm kind of excited to get to explore one day. The desert temple didn't really have anything exciting in it, at least not that I can see. I think Zira may have already cleared it out. Okay, I'm gonna fix that bed so that way I can put the poor villager's bed back. Oh, yes, very importantly, um, we have a bunch of pandas in there. Oh, I was gonna name them. Okay, not for what I have. Po, Tangy, Sasuke. I know pandas are Chinese and Sasuke's a Japanese name. I forgot for a second. I slipped. Okay, so Tangy I wanted to do on one of the angry ones. I don't know if I can actually see who. Oh, an angry one. Good. There we go. Okay. Meepo. Um, I'll make Cookie angry because I think that's really funny. Yeah, we are definitely not going anywhere. Oh, look at that little arch. It's crazy town. Now we are entering the aforementioned jungle. Getting close to the end. As you can see, I have places that I goofed up on. Oh, finally, this is getting some grass. I hope it's grass nice. But yeah, this is the very last thing I worked on, like literally in the past couple of days. Um, so I wanna. There's some places I really need to clear out some of these trees because holy guacamole. I want to keep like the yeah. See, there's no actual fence. I want to keep like the jungle overgrown kind of feel, but some places it's like good gravy. Like I can't navigate if I want to try to like look around and get some bamboo. I also kind of wonder because this is like freaking tall, it should be a good idea to like make a few like watchtower sort of observation points. Kind of cool. Something big crevasse is really if I do say so myself. I'm letting yeah, see like walking through vines and stuff. So cool. Very much my jam. And this, dude, this is like almost completely natural. Like there's already a situation here in this little narrow, yet another crevasse, I guess. Just kind of rolls with it. Me being me and Z. And here we are, Panda Hut. My cat because it's another place that has a lot of creepers all the time every day. And they're all kind of looking at the backyard, which at some point is probably gonna have some um, bamboo and like other plants, like meat, obviously. Because and I did also make a. Well, I was gonna at some point actually give this a roof, and then I haven't yet. But for now, it's just kind of a good observation platform, and also get up on the street. Um, yeah, so I think you can assume that's actually where the path legit ends. And we'll get there. Because I had to escape that way. Yeah, it's so nice to actually look out and see all the trees and all the wow. As far as the eye can see, trees, trees, and more trees. Please get down. Help! Okay. I would sure like to sleep. Oh, I see the sun. Like it's setting. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Not there yet. Okay. I think I can make it up much further. Yeah, a creeper exploded here. What's up with all this mess? Now we're on uncharted territory. See, imagine trying to like make a nice linear path through all this chaos. You have to clear out a lot. It takes a lot of time. Get everything to line up and make it look all natural. Yeah, so this is where me and Zira officially stopped making the path, and then like whenever we were just doing like this whole number, like just very haphazardly, um, putting stuff together, and then I came into the world after they had gone. Like we both logged off at the same time, and then I came on the next day, and I died promptly 3 times in a row. So I have a monument here because I died off that cliff, and then got exploded by a creeper, and then I got pushed off that cliff. And then yeah, I was like, screw it, went up here and then flew away, leaving like 5 dogs in my wake, um, that are now collected. Is there anything in here? Wow, there's I can take all this stuff. I'll put some of it in the center here. But anyway, that is pretty much it as far as the path goes for now. So yeah, I am really excited to have shown you my fun work and also our base that just everybody's really like pulled together with their own unique little talents um, to make happen. And yeah, I don't know. It's just nice to have, just the three of us. I wish that they could hold more, but you have to like pay extra for those kinds of rooms. But honestly, like I don't even really let's say I don't like playing Minecraft alone, but I am mostly playing Minecraft alone. But it is nice to like be able to say like, oh, whenever somebody else comes on, they can see my progress, or I can like see what other people have done in the time that I'm not on. So yeah, really good uh feature for Minecraft to have. So that is all. Thank you very much. Bye bye.